Well, talked before the game about how this was a really great opportunity for our younger players, and a lot of these guys have already been playing. It's a pretty significant amount, but the contributions of Isaiah Jackson, Terry Taylor, and Duane Washington, were just tremendous tonight. So great to see, so heartwarming. Fouls have been an issue for Isaiah. He's been fouling out of games in, 12, 14 minutes. He had 0 fouls tonight and, had just, an unbelievable effort with, 26 and 10. So that was great to see. Terry Taylor played awesome, real efficient, solid defense, and then Washington's run of threes in the second half, got us back into the game and then got us a little bit of separation. So, that was great to see. And Chris didn't have a spectacular game offensively, but the play he made in the fourth with the left-handed layup on the baseline, to get it from 3 back to 5 after they had made a big run was a huge play in the game. So, all of these guys getting a great opportunity and coming through for us tonight.
You noted the 0 fouls from Jackson on a night where he has 26 and 10. Can you take us through what you were seeing from him that allowed him to play so aggressively, efficiently, but also intelligently, I guess, too?
Well, when a guy like him starts getting consistent minutes and when he hasn't been playing much all year, he's excited, he's hyped up. The game is fast, and NBA players do things to make you react. And just the reminders for him over the last several days are, stay on your feet, be the second guy off the ground, because with as quickly as you jump, you'll still be able to get up and contest or block the shot, and play without fouls because we need you on the floor. And man, oh man, he did just such a great job in every area tonight. And when we talked in the draft, when we picked him at 22, about the need for athleticism and a rim threat, this is what we're talking about. And Karras threw him some lobs. Justin Holiday threw him one. 2 or 3 other guys got into the fray. And this is a dimension that this team has not had, and so it was really great to see.
Whether it's the 4 guys tonight or even Kiefer, who didn't play much tonight but has had some big moments, it seemed like the rookies just in general.
Just not so fast, because even though Kiefer only played 12 seconds, he played 12 seconds at the end of the first half, and he went in there and he took a strategic take foul at the exact right time, and then he played solid defense and they didn't score. And so, in a game that was really a one-possession game the entire night, I mean, those 12 seconds, there's another young guy that comes in and makes a significant contribution. So, sorry to interrupt.
It seems like all those guys, the moment hasn't been too big for any of them. What have you made of their confidence despite their youth and relative inexperience?
Yeah, well, for instance, Kiefer's a little older and a little more experienced. He's played professional basketball, so his situation's a little different. But these other young guys are surrounded by supportive veteran players, and that's a big deal. I feel like our coaching staff and player development guys have just continued to be positive with these guys, even when they weren't playing a whole heck of a lot. And really, there's no substitute for minutes. And the chicken or the egg always is, what comes first, the minutes or the good play. And the answer is you have to keep yourself ready for when opportunity knocks. And all these guys have done that.
Rick, is there ever a moment where you're watching Isaiah catch a lob and you're like, oh, he actually caught that?
Well, there was one, we were at a shoot-around somewhere, it may have been in Chicago earlier this year. I just flat out asked him, what's it like to be able to fly? I mean, because when you watch the way he can elevate so effortlessly, it's as if he can fly. It's just he's just an amazing athlete, and that ability to elevate so quickly has been one of the things that he's had to overcome defensively because he's such a quick reactor. Now he's learning to play the body instead of the eyes and the ball, and he's staying more centered, more on the ground. And the truth is, most great basketball in this league is played on the ground, and defensively and offensively, and playing on the ground puts you in a position to do the other things that you need to do to make spectacular plays, and then many times you do end up elevating. But that's my answer. He's just it's. When I saw his college films and then we worked them out, I mean, it's just like wow, watching him. He's just and the ability to leap high is one thing, but his speed is breathtaking too.
And then what do you think? He had 4 dunks tonight. Obviously, he was flying pretty frequently, I guess. What does that do for the team when he's able to have those detonations above the rim?
Well, it helps us. It nudges us a little further from the bottom of the league in dunks, because that's where we are. It's just and that's okay. That's okay. But this is one of the reasons that we made some things happen to have the opportunity to draft him. So and I'm happy for him because he's a tremendous young man, and in the locker room, they threw Gatorade on him. They threw the whole Gatorade bucket on him because they were so happy for him. So it was really great stuff to see.
5 offensive rebounds for Terry Taylor in this one. How many guys in your coaching career, 6'5" and shorter, have been as good as rebounding as he is?
I don't really think he's 6'5". I think there's just something about him that he plays 6'9". Some of it is his leaping ability. Some of it is his strength. A lot of it is just a very unique basketball feel and the ability to be in the right place at the right time. The knack and the sense for being in the right place at the right time. And he's had great coaching by Tom Hankins and Mo Baker in the G League. And it's great. It's great to see. The work that those guys have put in the G League, bear fruit in NBA games, and the crowd was going crazy. It's just really, really good stuff.
Consecutive big games from Duane, shooting the ball really well. Have you seen something that's kind of unlocked him or allowed him to be a little more effective recently?
Well, this is just his personality. I mean, he's an animated guy, and he plays an aggressive, animated kind of game, and he's done a ton of good things. As first-year players often do. He'll make some mistakes, but he's undeterred, and he has the ability to move from a bad play to the next play, which is so important for young players. So. And he's obviously had great coaching in college at Ohio State.
Rick, in terms of Isaiah, obviously you said you had to work on the lob threats and guys throwing that pass, but in terms of instincts as well and those that go against him, how do you practice that, or is it simply kind of reps and one two-man game, I guess, in practice?
Yeah, well, it's a good question. Today in our walkthrough, we had a more active kind of walkthrough today because we were off yesterday. We did some of our offensive actions into one screen and a roll to the rim, and then they had to find a second one with him setting the screen and then throw the lob. So we had I didn't want to do too much of it because we had to play the game, and but he is 20 years old, and our team did need the work, and so we actually did some simulations before the game, which I'm sure helped a little bit. And look, some of our guys do have a knack. Justin threw one to him in the Golden State game. Karras has been throwing them for years. He threw them to Jared Allen for years in Brooklyn. You know, Lamb has that sense and that feel. Washington has done it at times. You know, the other guys just simply haven't had somebody to throw that kind of pass to, and so it's just a matter of getting it into your consciousness.
You know what? Isaiah told us the other day, we asked him about his preparation before the game. He's like, it's been the same throughout high school, and it kind of hit me like for him, high school was like 2 years ago. So for him to be 20 years old, how much upside do you think he has, and maybe this type of game can just give him confidence to keep working towards that upside?
Well, you know, he's hit 2 threes. He's hit 3 threes in the last 2 games. Nobody thought he could shoot in the draft, you know. And look, he's blocking shots, he's rebounding. Everybody knew that was going to be there. He's worked extremely hard on shooting the ball. You know, we need him on the rim first. But if he steps behind the line late in the shot clock or something like that, we feel great. You know, that's a good opportunity for our team. He's got a very high ceiling, and right now he's purely a 5-man. I think the goal would be, you know, to keep developing his perimeter skills, his comfort shooting the ball, so that he can be a 2-position player. He can play 4 and 5, and you know, I've felt all along that he could do that eventually, but it takes time, and no one knows exactly how much time. But he's working on the things that he needs to work on.
Terry, after having numerous big nights in the G League with not an NBA attendance, but what did it mean for you to play like this in front of a crowd like this, have a game like this with so many of your rookies?
You know, it's just staying ready. You know, Coach told me today that I was going to play a good amount of minutes and I was going to be Isaiah's backup. So I just got my mind ready to just go in there and do what got me here in the first place. So I played hard, I rebounded, and I just stayed true to who I am.
Terry, is there a bond between you guys, you rookies, not only what you did going to the Mad Ants, but then coming here and showing out a little bit?
Yeah, you know, we playing up there in Fort Wayne, like we had fun playing with each other. We know each other's tendencies and we know what each other likes to do. So we kind of do have a chemistry, and we know how to feed off each other and whatnot. So I say we got pretty good chemistry.
Terry, Rick said that you all dumped a Gatorade cooler on Isaiah in the locker room. Can you just describe that scene for us and what it was like to just give you guys some love like that?
I mean, it's his first start, and he had 26 and 10. Like, that's pretty impressive for someone who just turned 20 and got their first start as a rookie. So, you know, we had to show him love and show him that, like, you know, we're proud of him, and just to keep building off of that, because he's going to get better and he's going to keep building off of tonight. And it was just a good feeling for him and for us.
And does the success feel a little bit better knowing just the path you took to get here? Not only you, but Duane being undrafted, you being undrafted, Isaiah having an injury earlier this year that could have derailed his season. To be in this moment now together, does it make it a little bit sweeter, and how does that feel?
You know, it feels good. My agent always tells me, like, there wouldn't be a Terry Taylor story without some adversity. So, you know, just from being undrafted and, you know, being in the G and come up here and, you know, not playing, you know, just staying patient and keep working, and, you know, good things will come out of it. And, you know, I got my turn to show people that I can play at a high level and I can rebound and do what I do in the G can translate up here too, to an extent. So it does make it a little bit sweeter.
You and Duane combined for 31 tonight. Have you guys had any conversations about how your season's gone together and how nights like this, how special they are?
I mean, we have them in the G League, but like I ain't really got to play with him like I did tonight. So we may have a talk tomorrow about it, may not. But you know, I just want to keep building off of it and just keep bringing energy to the guys and keep doing what I do best.
Terry, as someone who can play above the rim as well, how would you rate Isaiah's dunks tonight? He had a little bit of party above the rim.
Man, I've seen better. So I'm going to give him like a 7 or 8. Huh?
So you going to D-Wade him? You going to give him a 9?
I'm going to D-Wade him, but I've seen better. Yeah, crowd ain't seen what I've seen, so.
Terry, what do you attribute your relentlessness to? You've had to have it all your career. Where did you get that from, or how long have you had it?
I've probably had it probably since middle school. I've always been smaller than every center or every forward that I've played. So, I got to be more active, be more aggressive on the boards, and I got to want it more. And I've always had a chip on my shoulder because everybody's always told me like, oh, he's 6'5", like he can't rebound amongst the trees, or he can't do this. And I feed off of that because I want to prove everybody wrong. Like, it don't matter what size I am. Like, I can go in there and do what I do best, and that's offensive rebound and, make the hustle plays and clean up for my team. So
Rick has talked about before how even though there wasn't always a ton of interest around the league in you, that the Pacers saw something kind of from the get-go. What has it meant for you as you've gone through overcoming this adversity to have the franchise kind of believe in you as much as they have?
It's a blessing. I'm grateful every day that they, trusted me and to, put me on the two-way and, like, just bring me along. So I'm forever thankful that they gave me a chance and believed in my abilities on the court. So,
Terry, are you 6'5"? Because Rick Carlisle said you're not 6'5". Is it the afro or?
what did he say? What did he say I was?
He didn't say. He just said you're not 6'5".
Rick. Oh, Rick hating. He's hating. That's what he's doing. What is he gonna say? I'm 6'4"? I mean, I don't know. I think I'm 6'5". I might be 6'6" with the hair.
Duane, you hit 4 threes in the fourth quarter. Can you take us through that stretch from your eyes?
I just felt like I missed some open ones and some good ones early. First couple of minutes that I got, and went into halftime and kind of cleared my head, just realizing that there's a second half to play and got to go out here and give some fight. We're up 5, so we're in a good position. We talked about just coming out with confidence and being strong and being poised and taking what the defense gives us and run our stuff. And second unit, we took pride in. Today, coaches told us that their second unit had been rolling, and coming out of halftime, our guys came together and basically just said, let's go out there and let's compete and let's put some good minutes in the air. And my teammates found me, man, and I was able to knock some shots down.
Duane, what inspired the shimmy after the hot stretch of shooting in the fourth quarter?
Earlier today, I seen a video of my dad on Twitter playing for overseas Murcia in Spain. And the video's on YouTube, and one of his celebrations after he got an and-1 was the little shimmy like that. So I saw it earlier in the game, and I was pretty tired, and that was the first thing that came to mind. So I just brought it out, and that was it.
You played with Isaiah a few times now this season, and said some high-flying dunks. Rick said earlier that he thought he could fly, jokingly, earlier this season. What kind of, in the pantheon of all the teammates you've ever had, where does he rank in terms of the best leapers you've played with?
He's up there. We got guys like Cassius Stanley, KJ Martin Jr. He's definitely up there for sure. So I'm not going to place him, but he's definitely top 2. Top 2 for sure.
Duane, so I got to ask the hardest question of the night. Whose shimmy is better, yours or Lance's?
I think Lance got the crown right now. I got to get a couple more. That was my first one, so after a couple more, we might be able to argue about that again, for sure.
And then I asked Terry the same thing. What does it mean to have the success collectively together, knowing the route you all kind of took, both differently in a sense, but also having the moments along the way where you were together and then being together in this moment?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I say this. I feel like I repeat myself over and over again, but just we always talk about it, how blessed we are. This is our dream literally coming true, and we all feel like we're supposed to be here. So for us, we're just trying to play really, really hard, keep learning. There's so much stuff for us to learn, and we learn new stuff every day. We keep believing in each other, and the power of your mind and belief and positivity is huge, man. And we just keep bringing that to each other every single day, day in and day out, and it's paying off. And there's going to be hard days. We know that. We accept them, and we attack them. So just try to take the good ones like tonight and keep rolling with it.
And then you had the one, I think air ball in the fourth quarter. Were you just too open on that one? I mean, you had step backs and whatever else, and then
Yeah, that one's gonna haunt me for sure. Get better every single day. Learn from every mistake, every play. So gonna go back and watch it and just see what we could have did differently for sure.
Rick mentioned that a lot of the success of the young guys is in part due to how supportive the veterans have been. What has been your experience working with some of the older players?
Yeah, a lot of some of the guys like Jeremy. He's actually played with my uncle, so that connection there. Jeremy is definitely taking me under his wing, just showing me the ropes and just keeping me on my toes every single day. My guys like Malcolm, Domas, TJ McConnell, TJ Warren, really everybody who has played in NBA for some years, man. Miles, they got a bug in my ear, and they've just been giving me knowledge, giving me tips, and staying positive with all of us. And it's been a tremendous help, and we can just repay them by going out there playing hard and giving it all we got.
Isaiah, you've talked a fair amount lately about staying out of foul trouble. What enabled a night like tonight where you make as many plays as you do, but you're able to do all of that without picking up a single foul?
I think for me, I think it was just locking in because I knew today. I found out today that Domas wasn't playing, so I had to really hard lock in. And I don't know. I feel like in the past games, I'm just out there just to hoop. But I knew today my team needed me real bad. So I had that in the back of my head that I can't reach in. I can't get those ticky-tacky fouls. I can't. So I got to stay down. Got to do what I got to do type thing. So I think that was a big emphasis that a lot of the coaches and a lot of teammates had on me today too. They were just telling me stay down. Especially Lloyd. Lloyd was on me the whole day. Every time he see me, he was stay down. So I think that helped a lot, and it's going to keep growing. I'm just keep growing on that. So.
Isaiah, you've been getting a lot of opportunities here lately, but were there any extra emotions today with it being your first career start and playing as well as you did?
Yeah. It was a little nervous in the beginning, but after you start hooping, everything just goes out the door. And I knew my guys needed me, so I knew I was gonna be there to step up. And I contributed a lot today, so I'm just gonna keep growing on that.
Isaiah, Rick said that you're one of the few players or rare players that can literally fly. So I got to ask, after 4 dunks tonight, what's the weather like up there? And what's the view like up there?
It's the same. I feel like it's anything else, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just the same as anything else. That's something I'm very good at. Something that I see as being fun. So, I just do it. That's it.
And then Rick said that you received a Gatorade bath or something after the game. So can you take us through the scene and what that felt like to get it and feel that love from your teammates?
First of all, it was very cold. It was very cold. I'm not gonna lie. It surprised me because I didn't know the guys was gonna do that. But it was a fun experience. That was the first time that happened to me. So, especially being at the high level. That's something I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. So. It was water. Yeah, it was water.
Was it this morning when you found out that Domas would be out and you'd get the call?
No, it was actually when I got in the gym today. I think I got around 3:30 maybe, and everybody was talking about it and stuff. I see my name on the board. I was one of the starters, so right then and there, I was already locked in before I came. I usually do my pre-game routine at home and stuff, so I was already locked in. But when I found out, I just thought of his as like an opportunity. First start, I knew it was gonna be, something that was gonna go down in history, and I just went out there and just hooped, made it.
One of the things you also provided was the energy afterward, whether it was the celebrations or getting teammates involved. How much is that your makeup, and we'll see more of moving forward?
Yeah, that's me. I'm just a loving guy. If the guys, teammates, if they love me, I love them back, man. So I mean, I think that's what makes a great team. Just guys being locked into each other, supporting each other through hard times and good times. So, I mean, a lot of the guys, or all the guys, really, it'd be on me about just staying down and stuff. So, I mean, whenever they make a good play or if they miss a shot, I tell them, like, it's going to knock, like, when say, for instance, when Jay Holiday, I think it was, like, in the fourth quarter, he missed a shot. I think it was, like, at the end of the shot clock, maybe. And I was like, it's going to go in next time. It's going to go in next time. I mean, it's just building off that pretty much. It's keeping the guys focused and keeping them encouraged.
You've had a lot going on. It's been 6 months now since you were drafted, Summer League, turned 20, and then today. Has it felt like 6 months, or what has it felt for you?
It really haven't felt like 6 months, to be honest. I feel like time is going real fast right now, and everything it's starting to slow down. But, I mean, I'm just trying to enjoy life right now, just enjoy everything that's coming to me. I'm just going to keep going.
Rick made the comment that in the draft, other teams didn't think you could shoot. Your form looks pretty good. They're going in. I mean, is that something that you have significantly improved or developed, or was that just a misread, do you think?
I feel like it's something that I always had as a player, but never got to show. I showed a little bit in high school. College, I didn't at all. So, I mean, I already just had that in my bag, so I just had to tune up a couple things. So working with Rick really helped, I feel like this summer and all this year, really, and just working on the techniques and stuff. So, I mean, I always had that shot. I just had to tune a couple things up a little bit. So,
You just heard Duane say it himself, but do you have any plans to move up in his rankings of best dunking teammates?
Yeah, I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to try to get that number one spot.
How much has playing a lot in games recently helped you develop, do you feel like, compared to practices and things like that?
Yeah, it helped me a lot. Just getting that experience, that real game experience, helped me a lot. I think today, I think I took a step forward in my progress as far as just like staying down, sitting down on man, not really. I made a couple mistakes, but I mean, I'm a rookie, so I'm going to make those mistakes, but I'm just trying to just build off those mistakes as well. So, I mean, I think today was like a big step forward in my progress, like staying down on defense and stuff, and just improving my game overall.
Isaiah, I know this is a big night for you, but is there like a particular person in your mind you're like, I have to tell them or talk to them after this? Is it mom, dad, sibling? Or you know,
my whole like inner circle family. Like I already know. They blowing my phone up right now, and I'm gonna have to talk to them and tell them. My brother's actually at home, so I mean, we gonna talk about it when we get home. So like I said, like today was like a good night. Like to me, it was like a historical night for me. So I get to go home and just be with my family, people I love the most, and just talk about the moments, like just being out there, like break down every play and all that. So